a decision by the Calcutta High Court yesterday, and its tremors are being felt even today. Why? Because this decision breathed fresh life into the election campaign around whether rights of backward communities have been snatched by some parties and given to Muslims for vote bank politics. What really happened, though, in the High Court is lost in the fog of politics. So before we go any further, let's make it clear to you what the court said and what its implications are. Basically, the West Bengal government more than a decade ago had declared various classes as OBCs and hence allowed them to get the benefit of reservation. Yesterday, the court quashed this decision and said that the recommendations to make certain communities like Muslims OBCs was not in accordance of constitutional values of impartial and secular reservation. In the process, the court cancelled all OBC certificates that have been issued in West Bengal after the year 2010 and set aside the classification of 77 additional communities as OBCs. Let's make this even simpler for you. Basically, here's what has happened. Now, between the years 1994 and 2009, West Bengal had included 66 classes as OBCs. Out of these, 54 were Hindus and 12 were Muslims. Keep this figure in your mind. So between the years 1994 and 2009, there were a total of 66 classes which were classified as OBCs. Cut to 2010. The Buddhadev Bhattacharjee government in the state included 42 more classes to this. So 42 more classes were turned into OBCs, and surprise, surprise, out of these 42, 41 were Muslims and one was a Hindu community. Then we come to 2012. You have the Mamata Banerjee government. On the 11th of May, they included 35 more classes. So 35 more classes were deemed as OBCs, and of these 35, 34 were Muslims. It is these additional categories that the court has now struck down. But what was the reason given for striking it down? The court has been scathing in its order about the intention of the government's move. It's all very well if you want people to get equal opportunities, you think they are backward, there is data saying their participation in government is not equal to other communities. But there was no data, there was no process, and more importantly, they say the commission acted with undue and lightning speed in making these recommendations. That's right. The court also said that the authorities have violated constitutional provisions and practiced what is called protective discrimination, and these are deviating from constitutional norms. We are told again and again, secularism is the cornerstone of our constitution, but the Calcutta High Court said that the decision itself to deem certain Muslim communities as OBCs and give them the benefits of reservation goes against the very idea of secularism. In the process, no data was disclosed, on the basis of which it was ascertained that this community is not adequately represented. And here comes the clincher. What does the court say? I quote from the order, "Religion does appear to be the sole criteria for declaring these communities as OBCs, and they were to be treated as a vote bank." You can imagine, with an order like this, the kind of politics that has exploded and has continued to echo in the last 24 hours. The TMC in particular and INDIA in general are being asked by the BJP, can you still deny that reservations are being used not for positive affirmation, but only for appeasement? Why were Muslims categorized as OBCs in such haste and without any relevant and supporting data, if not for political ends? The TMC and the West Bengal Chief Minister, for their part, have said, we will not accept the judgment. In fact, today, they also went on to question the antecedents of the judge himself.
बंगाल की हाईकोर्ट का जजमेंट आया है और बंगाल में भी इंडी जमात का एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी के आरक्षण के खिलाफ उनका जो षड्यंत्र है, आरक्षण विरोधी उनकी जो मानसिकता है, उसका भंडा फूट गया है।
কাউকে দিয়ে একটা অর্ডার করিয়েছে, যদিও তার রায় আমি মানি না। যেমন 26,000 টিচারকে যখন বাতিল করেছিল বিজেপি, আমি বলেছিলাম ওদের রায় আমরা মানি না। তেমনি বলছি আজকে যে রায় দিয়েছে, যেই দিয়ে থাকুন, নাম বলবো না, জাজমেন্ট নিয়ে বলা যায় বিজেপির রায়টা আমরা মানবো না। ওবিসি রিজার্ভেশন চলছে, চলবে।
इंडी अलायंस पिछड़ा समाज के आरक्षण पर डाका डालने का काम करता है। कर्नाटक में पिछड़ा समाज का 5% का आरक्षण मुसलमानों को दिया। हैदराबाद में 4% आरक्षण मुसलमानों को दिया और कल कलकत्ता में भी 180 मुस्लिम जातियों पर ओबीसी का आरक्षण गलत तरीके से दिया था। कोर्ट ने इसको स्टे लगा दिया।
বিজেপির নিজের সংকল্পপত্রে বলেছে তারা যদি আবার ক্ষমতায় আসে তাহলে অভিন্ন দেওয়ানি বিধি করে দেশের সংরক্ষণ ব্যবস্থা তুলে দেবে। আজকে হাইকোর্ট সমস্ত ওবিসি কাস্ট সার্টিফিকেট 2010-এর পর আমাদের সরকার যেগুলো ইস্যু করেছিল সব কাস্ট সার্টিফিকেট বলেছে বাতিল হয়ে যাবে।
So the simple question today is this. In this entire campaign, there has been a lot of talk about how the BJP is doing Hindu-Muslim politics. Doesn't this judgment actually expose the real practitioners of the so-called Hindu-Muslim politics, or is the court judgment itself suspect because of the people who are involved, their intent, the judge's antecedents are being questioned? Is the judgment itself then political? Let me take this across. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Prasoon Maitra, who is the petitioner, Varun Purohit, leader of the Congress, and my first question to spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Dr. Riju Datta, is this. If the court is saying, I'm not saying it, the court's exact words were that this has been done in order to make the community into a vote bank. Isn't this Hindu-Muslim politics? Where you give a community reservation, make them OBCs, so that then they can vote for you?
Straight away, I will say that this is a biased and a malified judgment. We are not going to take this. We are going to contest this in the highest court of law, in the Supreme Court, and we will make sure it is set aside or quashed. Point number one. Point number two. The same Muslim reservation was given in Gujarat by PM Narendra Modi. तो अगर मोदी करे तो रासलीला और तृणमूल करे तो कैरेक्टर ढीला, ये तो हो नहीं सकता. And the Muslim haters of BJP, without mincing my words, I am saying this on record, the BJP and Modi is using the courts for these judgments because they want a clear pathway to implement UCC by which they will take all reservations of SC, ST, OBC and the minorities in this country. These reservations were given by the Upen Vishwas Commission, which was passed in the assembly, passed in the cabinet, following all rules and regulations. So we will challenge this and we will throw this out of the court.
So
and about Calcutta High Court,
one follow-up question before I go across to the petitioner on the antecedents of the judge. Since you are saying that the judge and the judgment itself is malified, there is an interesting question that has been raised about the timing. I'll quote from the order. It says, this would justify the joining of dots and notice the curious timeline. The announcement by the Chief Minister, the recommendation of 77 classes at lightning speed by the Commission, the immediate declaration by the state of such religious classes, which is Muslims as OBCs, and the executive summary of the Anthropology Department of Calcutta University and sub-clarification based on the same. All this in a span of 5 months could raise doubts in the mind of any reasonable man that the events are closely interlinked and were part of a common intention. Religious religion indeed appears to have been the sole criterion for declaring these communities as OBCs. Is it just a coincidence that at the beginning of the year 2012, Mamata Banerjee announces, हम 99% मुसलमानों को OBC बना देंगे, and 5 months later it becomes a reality? Is this a mere coincidence, Dr. Riju Datta?
Okay,
and by the way, another big coincidence that was the time that the Panchayat elections were being held in West Bengal. Just ahead of Panchayat elections, here is the curious timeline. Announcement by Chief Minister, 5 months later, reality.
Arey Baba, the Chief Minister announced, we followed the rules and regulations, reservation was given. If the High Court thinks otherwise, we will challenge it in the Supreme Court. But on your show, I will say this. You know what? The greatest parliamentarian from BJP, Shri Arun Jaitley ji, said in the parliament, post-retirement benefits, cloud your judgment and make your judgment bias in pre-retirement jobs. So basically, what is happening in Calcutta High Court? We have seen one, let me finish. We have seen one Calcutta High Court judge who, when during his tenure of a judge, said, I was in touch with the BJP, now he's a BJP candidate. One judge, honorable judge, retired couple of days back, he said, I have been with the RSS for 37 years. And the judge who is on the panel who gave this judgment has given a complete criminal blanket immunity to the leader of opposition. So if he goes and shoots somebody on the road, the police cannot arrest him because he has got this immunity from the High Court. So we are not going to waste our time in High Court. We will fight it in the Supreme Court. It's very easy for any commoner
Sanju Verma, you were gloating when the jobs were cancelled. Supreme Court stayed it. Maybe the same thing happens in Supreme Court with this also.
Padmaja, first and foremost, whether I was gloating or whether I will continue to gloat today, that's not the moot point of the debate. I want to focus on hard facts. I will not allow the TMC or Riju to digress from the important issue, because I always see BJP jab bolne lagti hai, rather than discussing the topic, we end up responding to some reckless and baseless allegations by the opposition. Abhi dhyan se suno. Pehli baat to ye, I am so happy that the Kolkata High Court has done away with the reservations given to Muslims blanketly by the Mamata Banerjee dispensation since 2011. This was ultra virus of the Supreme Court judgment dating back to 1992, when Supreme Court categorically said that reservation cannot be given on the grounds of religion. First point. Second point, since you say, 26,000 job cancellation ka order High Court mein diya tha, Supreme Court has put a stay on this. So Riju Datta, it is the same Supreme Court which refused to grant bail to Partha Chatterjee, though your Mamata Banerjee went knocking on the doors of the Supreme Court. This is the same Supreme Court which refused to give a bail to Anubrata Mandal, the close confidant of Mamata Banerjee, though she knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court. And this is the same Supreme Court which refused to quash the investigation against Abhishek Banerjee in the coal scam. इसलिए Supreme Court को selectively quote मत करो. And last but not the least, do you remember the date? 20th June 2023. I have a great memory. What did the two-judge bench of Justice Manoj Mishra and Justice B.V. Nagaratna say? They castigated and condemned Mamata Banerjee, saying, quote, the license to hold elections is not a license for violence. If you cannot maintain law and order, let us know. We will find alternative means, unquote. So Supreme Court has condemned Mamata Banerjee on many occasions. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर ज़्यादा उछलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. But in 30 seconds, I've been listening patiently. Let me tell you that Mamata Banerjee has been mollycoddling the Muslim community, disrespecting various Supreme Court verdicts. We are not against Muslimans. We are against reservation being given, not because a Musliman is a backward caste, member, but because he's a Musliman. We are not against reservation being given to Hindus, but we will, be up against it if reservation is given to a Hindu simply because he's a Hindu. He has to be given a reservation because he or she belongs to the backward community. A Christian has to be given reservation because he or she belongs to the Dalit or Adivasi community, not because he's a Christian. That is the funda. And last but not the least, Riju Datta, ऐसा कैसे हो गया that there are about 3.1 crore Muslims out of the 10 crore population in Kolkata, and your Mamata Didi goes to the Kolkata High Court and says, सारे के सारे 3.3 crore Muslims are backward caste. This is the same thing that Siddaramaiah has done. He has gone to Supreme Court saying that all the 91 lakh Muslims in Karnataka are backward out of a population of was 7 crores. I mean, are you kidding me? People
Respond.
can see
Riju
through
Datta,
your-
and let me underline that data. Between 1994 and 2005, you actually had 66 total OBC classes. 66. Again, out of these, 54 were Hindus and 12 were Muslims. How is it suddenly that in 2010, first Buddhadev Bhattacharya brings in an additional number of communities, and of those, practically all of them, if we cut to 2010 and we see that figure, when Buddhadev Bhattacharya's government adds another 42 communities, 41 are Muslims. Then Mamata Banerjee comes in 2012 and she brings in 35, 34 are Muslims. So earlier you had, say, about 10% of the backward were Muslims. Now 99.9% were Muslims. Added to that, see this comment of Mamata Banerjee where she said, Riju Datta, we will bring 99% of the Muslim community under the OBC category. So her intention at the beginning was that we want to declare all the Muslims are backward and we want to give them reservation. You can question the order, but can you question this data or the trend of this data that suddenly all the Muslims turned backward in West Bengal? All of them. Coincidentally, there's 26% of them across the state, which is a very hefty vote bank. Riju Datta.
One by one, I will give you an answer. The problem why we don't want to listen or choose to listen to the BJP is because they come on national shows and make asinine and nonsensical comments.
Okay, please let's not use adjectives. You know, Mr. Datta, where this is going to go. No adjectives, no personal comments.
I am not
Say
using
what
any
you will
unparliamentary
factually,
words.
but no
I have
asinine,
not
idiot,
used any
stupid. Please,
unparliamentary
I'm
words.
requesting you. This is not
Yes.
that show. Go on,
Yeah,
make a factual comment.
I have not. Listen, Padmaja, please don't patronize me. I have not used any unparliamentary remarks. Number one. Number two, it is very rich coming from the BJP talking about the Supreme Court when the Supreme Court gave the full power and control to the AAP government in Delhi. This BJP had to pass an ordinance in the parliament to somehow undermine the order of the Supreme Court. So please don't give us lecture about how much you respect the Supreme Court. Point number three, Narendra Modi 2 years ago on record has said, I categorically gave OBC reservation to 70 Muslim communities because they deserve it. Was it not based on religious lines? We have not given any reservation on religious lines. We have followed the Sachar committee, which says Muslim needs reservation more than SCs and STs. The committee was formed by Upen Vishwas. We have passed it in the assembly, in the cabinet. We have followed all rules and regulations and we are going to contest it. But please tell me, Padmaja, if we have given reservation to Muslims in the OBC category and we are wrong, then 2 years ago Narendra Modi in Gujarat said, I give reservation to 70 OBC categories because Muslims deserve it, and it was purely on religious
Okay,
lines.
I will put
तो
that to
उसमें क्या
Praful
होता
Maitra.
है?
Why did you
मतलब
not
मोदी
go
करें
and
तो
petition
समझदार
against
हो,
what Narendra Modi did in Gujarat? But before that, you are not entirely correct on the Sachar committee report actually. Hold on a second. What is the data that the government of West Bengal actually depended on? 4 months of the recommendation and declaration of the first set of these classes as OBCs, the state procured and relied on an executive summary of the anthropology department of the University of Calcutta to subclassify the classes. The state must have known of the said study months earlier, as a study of this nature takes many months to prepare. Such a study itself was aimed at determining the reasons for the backwardness of the Muslim community in the state.
Judgment.
I'm reading from the judgment because the judgment is saying that one, you decided, it basically was reverse engineered. You basically said, we are going to give reservation to 99% of the Muslims. Then you said, hello anthropology department, give me some data. Then you bypassed the legislature. Answer me this, why did you bypass the legislature? You depended on some executive summary of the anthropology department and said, all Muslims are OBCs. Give all of them reservation.
Listen, but
Bypass the
one
legislature and gave all of them
You are
reservation.
reading from a biased, malafide judgment to peddle a BJP narrative. Please don't do it on your show.
Sir, you
are a far better
cannot
journalist than that.
choose which judgment I
reading
quote
a
from.
biased-
When I
biased,
am quoting
malafide
from a
judgment
judgment that
to
helps
peddle
you,
a BJP
it becomes a
narrative.
good judgment. When a judgment is
When we have
uncomfortable,
said
it
we
becomes
are
a biased
contesting
judgment and a
Supreme Court, why are
BJP
you
propaganda.
focusing on it?
That is not acceptable.
can't you-
Anyway, Prasood
why
Mehta, on
can't
the
you wait for
factual
the Supreme
point,
Court judgment?
on the
Why
factual,
can't-
why did you bypass the legislature, sir? I will come back and ask you that question. Prasood Mehta, in Gujarat, Muslims are categorized as OBCs. Why did you not go and petition against that? If it can happen in Gujarat, it happens in multiple other states, then what's the problem if West Bengal does it? Prasood Mehta.
Very good question. Very good question. Very good question. I would like to mention that myself. The thing is that in Gujarat, Muslims were not taken into OBC blanket due to their Muslim identity. There was a survey, report was submitted to the legislation, there was discussion, and then they were accommodated within the OBC quota. Here, what we are seeing in 2012, suddenly somebody came up the sleeve and decided that all the OBCs, almost all, 99.9%, almost all the Muslims in West Bengal belongs to OBC category. Now they are claiming they had Upen বিশ্বাস report. Fine. Although in the High Court order, we can see that the submission of the Advocate General is, it was done on the basis of such a commission recommendation. And the High Court in its order has categorically stated the way such a commission report was referred by the Advocate General, it quite evident that it was a ex post facto approval. However, even if we take the words of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee that there was a survey by Upen বিশ্বাস Committee, fine, in 2012 you did a survey by Upen বিশ্বাস Committee and accommodated 35 Muslims category into the OBC A list, fine. Then again in 2013 few names were added, in 15 few names were added, 16, 17, 18, the names keep added up. There was no survey further, even if there was survey in 12 by Upen বিশ্বাস, there was no further survey till 2018 or 19 until we prompted into the judiciary. So what is the basis of including those castes later on? Did you make any survey? Did you publish the report? There is a commission, the West Bengal Backward Class Commission. Were they consulted? Did they make any recommendation? No. An emphatic no. Sole purpose of this OBC categorization is a vote bank politics.
Answer
Nothing
this.
else.
Varun Purohit.
If
Varun
Muslims
Purohit, and again, because you're a leader of the Congress, I don't know if you also consider this particular order a BJP order, malafide, toxic, agenda that I'm peddling. But I'll quote from it nonetheless because it is a court order until it has been overturned or stayed by another court. By the way, the Calcutta High Court was petitioned by the West Bengal government to stay the order. They did not entertain it. What do they say? The court is of the view that the selection of 77 classes of Muslims as backward is an affront to the Muslim community as a whole. This court's mind is not free from doubt that the said community has been treated as a commodity for political ends. You don't treat Muslims as humans. They are being treated as commodity, saying, ये 30% vote है. इनको OBC बना दो, they will be our 30% vote. This is clear from the chain of events that led to the classification of 77 classes as OBCs and their inclusion to be treated as a vote bank. Such reservation is an affront to democracy and the Constitution of India as a whole. So you are right when Rahul Gandhi says with the copy of the Constitution that Constitution khatre mein hai, Calcutta High Court says, हाँ, Constitution khatre mein hai, but in West Bengal.
मधुमजा जी, कांग्रेस कभी भी कोर्ट के खिलाफ कुछ नहीं बोलती है. वी रेस्पेक्ट द जुडिशरी और जो भी जजमेंट आया है जुडिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को क्वेश्चन नहीं किया जा सकता. लेकिन हमारा जो कॉन्सेप्ट है हमेशा सोशल वेलफेयर, सोशल इक्विटी, सोशल जस्टिस के लिए रहा. तो कांग्रेस की जो आइडियोलॉजी है डिफरेंट है इन सबसे। ये एक नैरेटिव जो क्रिएट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है हिंदू मुस्लिम, बीजेपी कर रही है इलेक्शन टाइम पे। क्या कर रहे थे 10 साल तक? अगर बंगाल में गलत हो रहा था तो 10 साल तक मोदी जी और उनकी सरकार क्या कर रही थी? अमेंडमेंट करते, पार्लियामेंट में डिस्कशन करते, असेंबली में वहां बोलते, क्वेश्चन करते। अभी संदेश खाली का हल्ला मचा रहे थे तो वहां क्यों नहीं किया असेंबली में? वहां पर ये सरकारें गिराने में लग रहे थे, पूंजीवादी
को अगर ये सब करते हैं, आप कहते हैं कि देखो पॉलिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं। अब कोर्ट दे वेंट द लीगल रूट. Prasoor Mehta went to court and the court said it. Had the BJP hit the streets, you would be the first one to come on TV and say Sanju Verma Hindu Muslim करती है, नरेंद्र मोदी हिंदू मुस्लिम करते हैं. अब वो हिंदू मुस्लिम नहीं कर रहे हैं, कोर्ट चले गए. अब आप कहेंगे
मतलब
कोर्ट
10 साल से काम नहीं किया ना. आप जस्टिफाई कर रहे हो कि 10 साल तक आप जस्टिफाई कर रहे हो 10 साल तक मोदी सरकार ने कोई काम नहीं किया. इसका मतलब मैं कह रहा हूं वही जस्टिफाइड हो गया. खाली बेचना देश को और कोई काम नहीं.
कैसे?
हम अपोजिशन करते तो करते, अपोजिशन पार्टी क्यों नहीं करेगी? किसान बिल लाए, हम फटाफट किसान बिल लाए.
On the other hand, I would like to ask you, if 99% of the Muslims in West Bengal are backward, what does it say about the parties who have been in power in West Bengal and at the center all of those years? 70 साल हो गए आजादी से और 99% of the Muslims in West Bengal are backward. That is a really sad state of affairs, sir. Why are 99% of Muslims in West Bengal backward?
पद्मजा जी, हमको 70 साल नहीं हुए. 70 साल में 10 साल तो मोदी जी को गए. वही मैं क्वेश्चन उठा रहा हूं. 10 साल तक क्या कर रहे थे? केंद्र में बैठे थे, कुछ कर सकते थे, क्यों नहीं किया? अब जाके चुनाव में कैसे आंखें खुल रही हैं? जब महिला आरक्षण के लिए स्पेशल सेशन बुला सकते हो आप, तो इसके लिए बुला सकते थे, पर नहीं बुलाया. महिला आरक्षण भी 10 साल बाद.
I don't know what you expected in a special session that this should be overturned in a special session. Sanju Verma.
You know, Padmaja, I've been listening to, some absolutely reckless allegations at the BJP by the opposition, which is bereft of ideology, bereft of any positive agenda. बस हर टीवी डिबेट पर आकर मोदी जी ने ऐसा नहीं किया, मोदी जी ने वैसा नहीं किया, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. नाउ जून 4 को आपको जो जनता है दरवाजा दिखाएगी, दरवाजे का रास्ता. बट बिफोर दैट लेट मी स्पीक आउट सम हार्ड फैक्ट्स. गुजरात में जो मुसलमानों को रिजर्वेशन दी गई है, आई एम नॉट इवन गेटिंग इनटू वेदर वो मोदी जी ने दी है या कांग्रेस ने दी है. इट इज गिवन टू बैकवर्ड कम्युनिटीज विद इन दी मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी. इट इज नॉट अ ब्लैंकेट रिजर्वेशन. गुजरात हैज अ 7.5 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन, आउट ऑफ विच अबाउट 9 to 10% आर मुस्लिम्स. लगभग 70-75 लाख मुसलमान हैं. सारे के सारे 75 लाख मुसलमानों को गुजरात में रिजर्वेशन नहीं है. पॉइंट नंबर 1. पॉइंट नंबर 2, द की कैटेगरीज इन गुजरात under the Muslim community who have got reservations are backward communities like Kharwaha, Hajjam, Hingora, Galiara, Qureshi, Ansari, Arzal, Ajlaf. The upper caste communities within the Muslim community in Gujarat like Pathan, Khan, Ashraf, Sayyid, Siddiqui, इनको reservation नहीं है. First point is that. Second point is this, that it is the Congress and Rahul Gandhi who have been polarizing the narrative. And my response to the Congress party, ध्यान से सुनिए वरुण पुरोहित जी. 1992 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने तो कहा था रिजर्वेशन कैनॉट बी गिवन ऑन द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ रिलीजन. बट क्या होता है 2005 अनडिवाइडेड आंध्र प्रदेश सरकार, आंध्र प्रदेश में राज्य में कांग्रेस की होती है, एंड इन द सेंटर इट इज मनमोहन सिंह / सोनिया गांधी. And you gave quota within quota of 3.5% to Muslims in Andhra Pradesh to circumvent the Supreme Court judgment. फिर 10 सेकंड में और बताती हूँ एक एग्जांपल. 2007 the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu was DMK in alliance with the Congress, और केंद्र में सरकार कांग्रेस की थी, मनमोहन सिंह / सोनिया गांधी. DMK, Karunanidhi, they gave quota within quota 4.5% to Muslims to circumvent the Supreme Court judgment. तब तो आपके राहुल गांधी, सोनिया गांधी सबके मुंह में ताला लगा हुआ था. और आज आप नरेंद्र मोदी से सवाल करते हो, पहले हमें बताइए कोटा विद इन कोटा मुसलमानों को क्यों दिया जा रहा है? डू दलित्स गेट द बेनिफिट ऑफ कोटा विद इन कोटा इन इंडिया? डू आदिवासीज गेट द बेनिफिट ऑफ कोटा विद इन कोटा? डू ओबीसीज गेट द बेनिफिट ऑफ कोटा विद इन कोटा? द आंसर इज नो. You have been ultra virus of various Supreme Court judgments. You've run foul of them. You are the last person to take the moral high ground and give bhashan to the BJP. और ममता बनर्जी को तो जनादेश मिलेगा ही नहीं. जून 4 को ममता दीदी टाटा बाय बाय.
Okay, Riju Datta, I actually want to talk about the political impact of this. Let's take a look at the last phase of election, which is going to take place on the 1st of June. And that is going to be critical for the Trinamool Congress, because it is there that you have got seats with the highest percentage of Muslims, including Basirhat, which has close to 50%. And most importantly, Diamond Harbour, from where Abhishek Banerjee himself is fighting, 38.5% Muslims, Jayanagar 35.8% Muslims, Barasat 27% and Mathurapur 24.1%. Do you think that there is going to be a blowback, because now all of the certificates have been cancelled? All of these communities, newly included, are going to find themselves out of the OBC umbrella. Riju Datta.
Yes, thank you. Padmaja, you just made a statement when you were talking to our colleague from the Congress that if 90% of Muslims are getting reservation in Bengal, फिर 70 साल में क्या हुआ? 10 साल मोदी जी सरकार चला रहे हैं, आपको 80 करोड़ लोगों को राशन देना पड़ रहा है, तो देश का उन्नति कहां हुआ? पद्मजा जी, उस पर भी थोड़ा सा रोशनी डालिए. Anyways, coming to your question now, that what impact it is going to be. I am giving you a breaking news. I don't know why Times Now did not cover it. Right now, when I started the show, half an hour, 45 minutes back, the BJP General Secretary from Basirhat, where they made this concocted conspiracy of Sandesh Khali, the BJP General Secretary, Shiria Parveen, has joined Trinamool Congress. So that is the blowback they have got. And Sanju ji is giving big dialogues. Election after elections.
Okay.
Poor Modi ji has to come and campaign for all these losers in Bengal. Poor Modi ji has to do 2/3/4 sabhas for all these losers in Bengal. This time BJP is going to get slapped so bad that Modi ji will refuse to come and do campaigns for these losers in Bengal.
Okay,
who
again,
represent
I would
the BJP
request,
in Bengal.
please,
Mark
no
my words, I'm saying
adjectives.
this
You are
on
just
record.
riling up people to take things off the track. 30 seconds, Sanju Verma, respond. OBC card will not work. Sandesh Khali is already collapsing. Yes.
Let's be very clear. While Shahjahan Sheikh is serving jail time in a money laundering case, the Kolkata High Court categorically upheld the probe by the Enforcement Directorate, saying that yes, Shahjahan Sheikh is a mass rapist and has sexually molested women at the TMC regional office in Basirhat. And let me remind Riju Datta, who's today giving a lot of bhashan to Modi ji, Arey bhai sahab, your Basirhat candidate is who? It is a man called Haji Nurul Islam, the man responsible for the 2010 Deganga riots,
Okay.
the man who led a 20,000 strong crowd to burn down police stations and indulge in arson, looting and vandalism. तो इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर नरेंद्र मोदी को भाषण मत दीजिए, but in 10 seconds, why ration to 80 crore people every month?
Okay.
Narendra Modi has said that is not because 80 crore people are poor, but because we've gone through 2 Black Swan events. That is only to handhold people and to ensure that their transition to normalcy after COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war is much better than it would have otherwise been
Okay,
had we
I'm
not
going to leave it
handheld
at
these
that.
people.
The simple point is, we've put the facts in front of the people. The court order is very, very unequivocal. Even if you were to discount it based on what the Trinamool Congress is saying, do you think that there is a pattern? Do you think that it is plausible that 99% of one community of Muslims who are a 26% vote share in West Bengal all happen to be backward and are all given the benefits of reservation? Is this positive affirmation? Is this affirmative action? Or is this appeasement? I'll leave it to your wisdom. Thanks, gentlemen. Sanju Verma for joining me.